Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to Adventures of a Traveling Don and our continued series of a journey to Bermuda. And today we've got two more parishes. We're going to be going through the Paget Parish and the Devonshire Parish. And we're going to start it off here at Robinson's Bay because this is absolutely gorgeous. So when you are in the Devonshire Parish, I definitely recommend coming here to Robinson's Bay. It's just one of the small little Bermuda state parks and beaches here. But this bay right here, particularly if you come here at high tide, you've got these beautiful rock formations out there that have kind of like these tunnels, and it just creates this massive just splash when it hits the rocks. It's just fantastic. And you can actually go down there to the beach during low tide because there is, if you look down there, a way to get down into the beach. It's just right now, most of the beach is covered by water. But even still, a very cool and nice secluded cove here on the north side of Devonshire Parish. So the next spot in the Devonshire and Paget Parish is the Arboretum. This is probably about just 5 minutes inland from where we were at Robinson's Bay, and it is a 22-acre park and absolutely gorgeous. The lush vegetation around here is fantastic. They have this cool memorial garden called Malcolm's Garden, which is a memorial to a young man who used to do a lot of work for the parks when he was a student and unfortunately passed away in 2012 at the age of 18. So they did memorialize that garden for him, which is cool. They also have, of course, the Cedar Bridge, which is a little iconic for the Arboretum, but it's just a beautiful, beautiful park. Picnic benches, little workout setups as well. A fantastic place to come to and spend a nice afternoon, maybe a picnic lunch. I'd say personally for me in the Arboretum, the trees are probably my biggest highlight. So the first two spots that we visited were in Devonshire Parish. Now we've jumped into Paget Parish, and while we're charging the car, we came up the hill to a place called Lattes. And it's actually, weirdly enough, connected to a home improvement store. But this Lattes place is a beautiful small little cafe right off the road. You'd miss it because you could blow by it in a second. But it looks really good. Went ahead and got myself a nice, you know me, I'm an Americano guy. Good coffee, and then they also have their own house-made pastries, including a orange and cranberry muffin. So I took a little piece of that real quick. Lost some of it, but oh, it's actually warm. It's a warm muffin. It's not cold. Oh, that is fantastic. Yeah, if you're looking for a nice little quiet place, and we have like an outdoor. They have a nice little quiet room inside, and then they have the outdoor area as well. And it was just kind of quiet, just off the main one of the main roads here in Paget. It's really nice. So the next spot on our list here in Paget Parish is Elbow Beach, and I believe, looking at the maps, it is pretty much one of the longer beaches. I don't know if it's the longest, but it is one of the longer beaches here in Bermuda, because it goes all the way down there to where there is a cafe, I believe, is kind of the start of it, up on the sort of like the north side. So we're kind of like facing east, but like on the northern side, you got the cafe, and then it goes down probably close to about 1.5 kilometers, if not 2 kilometers. So it is a relatively lengthy beach for Bermuda, but just like all the other Bermudan beaches, absolutely gorgeous. The rock formations are phenomenal, and then of course the sand is just soft as all heck. It's just, yeah, like I said, it is paradise here in Bermuda. But I think this Elbow Beach and several of these beaches in like Paget parishes and stuff like that, number one, they're a little hard to kind of find and get to because they're down kind of like smaller roads. And number two, there's not a lot of people here. So it's kind of like, I mean, obviously I'm here during the off season, but even still, There's like nobody out here, which is fantastic for me. So our next spot on this journey through Devonshire and Paget Parish is still in Paget, and this is the Bermuda Botanical Gardens. And this place is awesome. First and foremost, the nature here is fantastic, particularly these trees behind me. You've probably seen them throughout the videos. These banyan trees are iconic here in Bermuda, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I think I said that right. I'm not sure. I think it's banyan. It's spelled banyan. But they are beautiful. They almost look like a multitude of trees kind of growing into one. And I'm not even sure, maybe they are. I don't study trees, but they are absolutely fantastic. And you'll see several of them throughout Bermuda. They're amazing. Come on in, the tree is fine. So besides the banyan trees and just kind of the grounds in general, they do have this pretty decent sized flower garden with a beautiful gazebo, a fountain that I'm guessing during the summertime is active. But even like during like mid-February that we're here, I mean, these roses, a lot of these flowers, they're not as bright as they probably are, but they're still alive. You know, it never really gets too cold here. This is probably the coldest time of the year, and most of our days have been anywhere from about 62 degrees Fahrenheit to about 75. Maybe the nights get down to about 55. So it never gets too cold, and it doesn't get too hot, at least during this time. I know that during the summertime it does get a little warm here, but even during February, still a beautiful place to visit. Shh! The mother bear's just outside the maze. You see that puffy hair as it just kind of goes about just above the hedges there. Yeah, you don't want to disturb that. You don't want to get her angry. Oh, she's heading. Where's she out? She's heading into the gazebo. She's cutting off my escape. I might be stuck here for a while, guys. By the way, if you are looking for a place for flowers while you're here in Bermuda for any occasion, Demco here in Paget is definitely well worth it. Just like any other place, obviously, it can be a little expensive, particularly around, we're here on like Valentine's Day for old friend of my mom's here in Bermuda. But yeah, still a great place to go. All right, so for food today, you know, we got some things going on for the next video, so we're saving up a little bit for that. And I also wanted to showcase one of the fast food, I think the only real fast food joint here in Bermuda that is a Bermudian fast food joint. That is called Mr. Chicken Express. And it is all to go. You know, they don't have a dining facility that I'm aware of in any of their places. But I can tell you right now, this looks awesome. And given how expensive generally Bermuda is, including with food, the fact that you can get this 2-snack box, we had fries and a muffin, which is interesting. Usually, you know, in the United States it's a biscuit. Here, it's a muffin. And that was like $10 and like 56 cents. So fantastic. So we're gonna try some of this chicken real quick. Just smells so good. Always love me some fried chicken. Try the skin first. The skin's always the most important part. Oh man, that is fantastic. Ooh, and it's just so hot. Ooh. Oily, my goodness, straight out the fryer. Let's try a little bit of bite. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh, but that's so good. I am making a mess of myself, but some good fried chicken every once in a while, you know. That's fantastic. And even the fries, a little seasoning on that, crinkle cut. That's good. Actually, while we're here, let's just take a bite into the muffin. Oh, it's a cornbread muffin. That's fantastic. Yeah, if you're looking for a cheap, you know, meal, Mr. Chicken has got you. Alright guys, so this is going to be the end of the video, sadly. Unfortunately, the last couple places I wanted to take you guys, just one of them was a private property that didn't say that on Google Maps, and it wasn't at one point in time, but it is now owned by kind of like a resort villa that was Coke's Beach. So sadly, couldn't get to that one. And then the Bermuda Brewing Company, I actually will probably go to that in a future video for you guys before we leave Bermuda, just so we can kind of showcase it, because I really wanted to kind of see the craft beer scene here in Bermuda, but it was closed today as we were filming the Devonshire Parish and the Paget Parish. So a little bit of a bummer. So this video kind of ended a little bit on the shorter side than what I had planned, but in some cases, that's how Bermuda really is. Sometimes it depends on the weather. Sometimes it depends on the day of the week. Not everybody has just Sundays off. Some people have Wednesdays, Mondays, Tuesdays. Different parishes are different. And also you have to realize certain parishes are much more residential. Others have a lot more kind of touristy stuff. Devonshire and Paget, because they're so close to Hamilton, like the city of Hamilton and Pembroke, you know, that's more of the residential area. But there are still things to do, as you saw, within those two parishes. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. Give it a big old thumbs up if you did, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know that any of these new videos come out when they come out, and you can be right on top of that. And of course, if you want to also help support the channel, I do have a Patreon page and a Buy Me a Coffee account. And again, I do appreciate all the support. Thank you so very much. And until we meet again, guys, peace out and have a great night.